Hi, everybody. It's Friday, March 4th, 2022. It's episode 113. Therefore, it is Stefanie Drysdale's weekly cybersecurity recap.
So this week, ZDNet shared an article titled, "Ukraine is building an IT army of volunteers," something that's never been tried before. So Russia's invasion of Ukraine has been accompanied by cyber attacks targeting the country's services and infrastructure, including DDoS attacks and destructive wiper malware campaigns, leading to the Ukrainian government calling for volunteers to aid with cybersecurity. But it's also asked for support in conducting offensive cyber operations back at Russia. So in addition to helping to protect the Ukrainian critical infrastructure and services from attacks, supporters were provided with a list of 31 websites and Russian targets. Hacktivist Collective Anonymous has said it's taking action in support of Ukraine and against Russia, while Russian-based cybercriminal groups have also indicated that they will be taking offensive action in support of Putin's invasion. There's also the concern that civilians launching their own hacking attempts could have unexpected consequences. And the rise of offensive cyber attacks carried out by civilians raises a whole host of new questions. Particularly in many countries, engaging in hacking is illegal. So conducting or participating in cyber attacks, even in what could be considered a noble effort to support Ukraine against the Russian aggression and invasion, could be subject to how different countries interpret those hacking laws. So cyber attacks don't respect geographic boundaries. International consensus also suggests that the Russian military was behind the widespread and disruptive Nonpedia malware attack of June 2017. That malware attack was designed to disrupt the financial, energy, and government sectors in Ukraine, but unfortunately spread to organizations all around the world, costing an estimated billions of dollars in damages. Dark Reading shared an article titled CISO Checklist for Offboarding Security Staff. And we talk a lot about insider threats and the intentional and unintentional, but how do you protect your organization against the soon-to-be former employee that happens to have keys to the kingdom? The highly skilled employee leaving with key institutional knowledge and confidential information. This assumes that you're already monitoring and updating the access rights of all employees and managing administrator access periodically, and you have a list of tasks and procedures in place for when employees leave. Of course, it goes without saying that you treat the departing employee with dignity and try to ensure that their departure is viewed by the rest of the department as handled professionally and properly and in alignment with the sensitivity of the departing employee's position. So if all things are handled well, then it isn't actually a security function, but a compliance function. It suggests things like performing a last day audit, checking silos like VPNs and other bespoke tools to revoke access, notify relevant parties like security and access, along with coworkers, as well as vendors, partners, third parties, that person no longer works with you. Make sure to kill the bring your own device network permissions and wipe those devices remotely. Transfer data ownership to whoever will need to manage it going forward. Checking all codes, credentials, certificates too. Also, be sure to secure cloud root credentials, source code repository credentials, domain registry certificates, and any other accounts or systems that are not tied into secured sign-on that may have individual account usernames and passwords to administer. Make sure no backdoors or Trojan horses are left behind in production systems and software, and a few other important tips that I'll be sure to link it for you below. And that's what I have for you all this week. I hope everyone is keeping their sanity in the midst of all this craziness, and maybe I think we're getting a little peak of springtime, right, Chuck? Is it warming up there again for you?
85 degrees yesterday. How's that?
Nice. Very nice. And we will be at ISC West, correct?
We will. Yeah, we're streaming live from the RAD booth, Robotic Assisted Devices. It's open to anybody. It's agnostic. Anybody wants to show up and do an interview. Ms. Stefanie will be periodically checking in with me and may on her busy schedule find time to do an interview with me as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, hopefully I will look forward to seeing you all there. If you want to meet up, be sure to send me a message so that I can schedule it. But until then, we will look forward to seeing you all next Friday.